So, Apple announcing a $250 million investment in a Kentucky plant that manufactures shatterproof glass. The glass you see in your iPhones, your Apple Watches, your iPads. And Brett Larson from Fox News Radio had to sit down with the Apple Chief Operating Officer Jeff Williams at that Corning plant. And Brett joins us now. I know you guys covered a lot of ground. What can you tell us?
Hey, Connell, good morning, or good afternoon, rather. We are inside the Harrodsburg, Kentucky plant. This is the Gorilla factory, where the Corning factory, rather, where the Gorilla Glass is made. You can see it here coming off the assembly line, even as we speak. The story of working with Corning between Apple goes all the way back to 2007.
When we introduced the iPhone that Steve held up on stage, it was actually a plastic covered iPhone. In fact, the way we made it is similar to how we did our iPods. It was hard-coated plastic. And the next day he called and he said, you know, everybody was excited about the announcement. He said, hey, one problem, I've been carrying it around in my pocket and there's a big scratch on it. And it's got this big, beautiful screen. And he says, I really think we should be using glass. And I said, Steve, we've been looking at glass, and I think within a few years the technology will make it possible. And he said, no, you don't understand. When it ships in June, it needs to be glass. And I said, yeah, but we've tried. We've looked at glass all over the world, and when you drop it, it breaks. And he said, I don't know how you're going to do it, but when it ships in June, it needs to be glass. And it's really funny. A couple days later, Wendell, the CEO of Corning, called, and he said, hey, your boss called me and said, my glass sucks. And anyway, what was really interesting is he had an idea. Corning had developed this glass that they, a decade or so earlier, that they had sitting on the shelf and really didn't have an application for it. Mm-hmm. And we tried that, and at first it didn't work, and we kept working on it together with Corning, and finally the logjam broke, and when we shipped the iPhone, it was with Corning glass, and it fundamentally changed the form of the iPhone, how it was received, and how the whole industry operates. And that glass was developed right here in Harrodsburg, Kentucky. It's really, really quite a story.
And, here's sort of the cooking segment here. We have this is the recipe that they came up with that has evolved over the past 13 years to make the Gorilla Glass. This is a sheet after it has come off and before it becomes part of your smartphone. Billions of devices around the world have glass that comes from this factory. We asked Jeff about the ongoing trade war between the U.S. and China and how that's going to affect their ability to stay competitive with Samsung. Here's what he said about keeping that playing field level.
When we think about tariffs, we basically have two very large countries with complex economies, and we know that there's some real issues to work through. However, we're hopeful that we'll resolve all those. We believe that free trade helps everybody involved, and so we're optimistic there'll be a resolution on that situation.
And so a $250 million investment in the Corning plant here in Harrodsburg, Kentucky, announced today, earlier this morning on Mornings with Maria. We also talked to them a bit about their streaming service. We just found out how much it's going to cost per month and when it's going to launch. And I asked Jeff, are we in the golden age of the streaming wars?
The TV Plus service we're going to deliver some content that's really, really interesting and thoughtful. We've got some great shows lined up. On your question of the competition, we think there's plenty of opportunity for everybody in this space. There's a lot of content to be consumed, and we're focused on making some really, really wonderful content. And we're going to deliver it for a monthly price that's basically the cost of renting one movie. And we think this is going to be good for everyone, and the fabulous storytellers that we're working with right now are so excited about working with Apple on this, and we have some great stuff coming. It's very early days of 5G, and the experience isn't there yet for us to put it in an Apple product. We don't feel like our customers would be satisfied with it, and so we'll continue to watch this space for the future.
A lot of ground covered in our interview with Jeff Williams. There's the COO of Apple as we talked to them about their investment here in the Corning plants in Kentucky. They work with manufacturers in over 35 states here in the U.S. They also have partners in all 50 states, including Hawaii. I found out about that as well. They have people who work in Hawaii who make sure that the stores are set up properly. A lot of news out of Apple today, and the timing of it is really great. It's been great to be here inside the Corning factory, where there are literally hundreds of people working to make sure that when we drop our smartphones, there's a solid chance we're not going to pick up something that has shattered. Back to you guys.
That's pretty cool. Great job.
Those look awesome.
Brett, that first story, the first story is a classic, the Steve Jobs story. Get the glass on that phone, no matter how you do it.
It really is. We've all heard about it, and now we know it's true.
Yeah, all right. Brett Larson, good stuff today.